Good morning and welcome. Happy Monday. Happy yoga day for me. Really looking forward to getting some stretching in. It's time. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom to start your day off well. And we have a chapter from Tosha that I haven't seen in ages. But of course, it's divine right timing and divine right order. And I think these words are going to resonate for a lot of us. A lot of us. So we'll give it a minute for folks to pop on to find me on the various platforms. And I've been messing around with my LinkedIn because A, I can't see comments that people are leaving from LinkedIn, and B, it's not bumping it to my other page there. I think I need more people liking that page before that'll happen, but we'll get there. We will get there. So, hope you had a lovely weekend. Spent some time in the park yesterday, waiting for my dear friends to show up, and they were nowhere to be seen. Good morning, Abigail. Thank you for the fun little icons. Glad you are here. You're the first one popping on today. So we'll see who else wanders in. What else did I want to tell you? Oh, for those of you who are newer here or just finding me, etc., if you would like to receive these early morning intuitive guidances in email form as well, just send the word yes to Bonnie at empowermentandpurpose.com, and I'll add you to the mailing list. Good morning to whomever else has just popped on. Glad you're here. Add you to the mailing list so that you can get them via email as well. And there was something else I was going to say. Oh, I know. Yesterday we had our third gathering of people to meditate, send good energy to the universe, to the United States, do some healing work. Good morning, Gwen. Good morning, Nancy. Glad you are here. Welcome. Nancy was actually on the Zoom yesterday where it's me and my friend Bonnie. So it's Bonnie and Bonnie. Good morning, Barb. Welcome. And so it's a half hour. It's once a month. It's on a Sunday morning at 9 o'clock Central Time. And if you'd like to participate in that, you can send me, let's see, what are we going to do to differentiate the two? So the word yes is you want to be added to the mailing list, email list to get these early morning intuitive guidance. If you send me collective, the word collective, that means you'd like to be added to the mailing list for the once a month intuitive collective. We just gather, we do a guided imagery kind of a thing, we send energy to the United States for healing. And it's just a quick little thing on a Sunday morning. And it was interesting yesterday. The other Bonnie kind of ran yesterday. She was gone to Hawaii earlier, and so I ran the one prior. And she said she had us all pick a word at the beginning, and her word was sad. But by the time we went through everybody else and their words and how this opportunity to help create some healing in the United States felt to us, she was already feeling better. She was already feeling better. So the next one I believe is yes. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. So today would have been my mom's 90th birthday. And the next time we gather for the intuitive meditation, it's going to be the 6th anniversary of her passing. So it'll be on April 19th. So just kind of interesting to note that. I feel like she's with us a lot. When Lauren had Scarlett, she said she felt mom in the room, which I thought was really cool. So if you're interested in either of those things, let me know. Good morning, Carolyn. Welcome. Glad you are here. Oh, there's you popped up. Okay. So far, everybody's here from Facebook. Isn't that interesting? Today, again, as I said, we have a reading from Outrageous Openness, but I have not seen this reading in ages. Do I think it's divinely perfect for right now? Yes. Thank you. Happy heavenly birthday, Mom. Yes. Thank you, Barb. And welcome, Beth. Waving back. Glad you're here. Tosha Silver. Letting the divine take the lead. Letting the divine take the lead. Let's start with a little tapping, and a little breath. I was doing some of my own tapping work yesterday, and it was so effective, so helpful. Helped me shift a mindset that has probably been hanging around for decades. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Let your shoulders drop. Wiggle a little bit. Listen to the creaking and groaning in there. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose. Make the exhale a little longer. Welcome to those of you who I can't read your names. So far, Facebook is where everybody's located. If someone's on YouTube, that usually pops up. LinkedIn, come on, LinkedIn. Can't get you to show up people who are on from LinkedIn in my list. So, but I see that there's 8 people here, and I can count 5 in my list. So that tells me there's 3 others of you. Welcome, welcome. Breathe in. Breathe out. And one more for good measure, grounding through your feet and the base of your spine, in through your nose and out. So this time, I was in a little bit of a hurry because I didn't want to make y'all wait. And so I just opened to a page. Instead of doing my usual, I'm going to hold it in my hands. I'm going to set the intention. It's the ideal page. I just flung it open, and it's the ideal page. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So, for those of you who like to follow along in your book, it is page 187, and the title is Rejecting Rejection. Let that sink in for a moment. Rejecting Rejection. And as always, it has 2 quotes at the beginning, which to me says it's going to be a major chapter. It's going to be useful. So the first quote is by Marlene, Tosha's first astrology teacher. There is no rejection. Your charts either fit or they don't. Karma or no karma. And the second one is by the ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu. Care about people's approval and you become their prisoner. Take a breath. Let it go. And some of us who've been well indoctrinated will immediately jump to, well, if I don't care about what other people think, I'm going to become this horrible human being who tromps on others, blah, blah. No. You're not going to take leave of who you are as a human being simply because you begin to let go of fretting about what everybody else thinks. You're merely going to free yourself. That little detail, that little bit, right? All right, so breathe in, breathe out. Here's our chapter. I consider each astrology chart like a piece of music. Anyone you mesh well with has a complementary vibe. A harmonious song is thrumming in each of your souls. Once you know that, you never have to believe in rejection again. And imagine if you didn't believe in rejection. You'd probably ask more people to do things. Way back when, you would have asked that person you really liked to go out for coffee with you. Moving into the future, you may ask for a raise. You may ask for a promotion. You may ask for, let's do something different. Let's go on a trip. You would be much more inclined to ask. Because if they say no, you're not going to take it personally. Pretty cool, huh? Once you know that, you never have to believe in rejection again. No one can reject or dump you. The people who match you one way or another will come. The others who don't will fall away. And it kind of fits with that saying that goes something like, there are the people who are meant to walk with you for a lifetime, but there are the people who are meant to only travel your path with you for a short period of time, right? So now she's describing her own chart. I think my own chart sits on the crazy Uranian corner where the funkiest of funk hooks up with Mozart, rock and roll, and some hip-hop Hindu bhajans. People who love paradox and contradiction often find me. Others just run, she says. I heard from a friend who had just started teaching at the University of San Francisco. Diane had just received her first evaluations and was shaken. I don't know if any of you have ever been teachers, and you get the evaluations, and there's always that one. There's always that one. Well, here was her one. While 40 comments were glowing, one review cut so deeply she vowed to never teach again. Now, think about this. Go back to the beginning of this. If you don't believe in such a thing as rejection, you will say, well, this poor person, we weren't a good fit. No wonder he didn't enjoy this class. She wasn't there yet. She hadn't learned that yet. So she was taking it very personally, this feedback. While 40 comments were glowing, one review cut so deeply she vowed to never teach again. The guy said her class had probably been the single biggest waste of time he'd known in his entire incarnation. Wow, I laughed. You got to admire his sense of drama. You were worse than all of junior high school? You were worse than watching the Clinton impeachment trials? You were worse than Spider-Man 3? And anyway, maybe the class really was a waste for him. Maybe nothing could have made that poor dude happy. And what if his chart had 20 squares with yours? He might have walked into the room and hated you on sight. That happens. Have you ever had that? That where you met someone and you instantly disliked them? And oftentimes it has this historical feel to it. Like somehow, somewhere I know you and I didn't like you. And my thing is, and I know not everybody buys this, but I think it can be other lifetimes. When I met my now ex-husband, I was 18, he was 18. I knew that I had known him before. Just knew it. So this was an opportunity to clean up some karma. I'm not sure we did a great job on that, but whatever. I'm sure we'll have another opportunity. So that idea that there are people that we just don't jive with, and rather than trying to force ourselves to create a relationship where really none is called for, yeah, not so good. Don't hold yourself hostage to that. You don't have to like everybody, and everybody doesn't have to like you. It's okay to have that sense of, yep, we've got some karma from some other lifetime, and we just don't click. Let it be. Let it be. Because if you try to make it be something it's not, what usually happens? Let it be. Let it be. Just acknowledge within yourself, I'm not fond of this person. You can be civil, you can still do whatever needs to be done, but you don't have to try to make them your best friend. Okay? So, let's see. Okay, so this last paragraph, I really want you to tune in your intuitive ears here. This is probably some of the best advice you're ever going to get. Besides, she continued, if everyone loves you, you're probably playing way too safe. Let's take a moment for that to really sink in. If everyone loves you, you're probably playing way too safe. If you're real, at least a few people might be annoyed. A little criticism sometimes can be an awfully good sign. I'm one of those people. I push the envelope with people. And there's times when I'm having a conversation. I had one of these this weekend where I said something and I could see the other person bristle a little bit, but I knew that what I was saying, I was meant to be saying. And and there've been times in my life where I felt like, really, really, I have to be the blasted messenger again. This is not a fun position. But you get the encouragement. Say it anyway. Say it anyway. Offer it up. And so I kind of did this is neither here nor there. Take it for what it's worth. If you can use it, great. If you don't, leave it beside the road. I don't care. Offer something. Could see the bristle. And then there's that energy of, okay, is that enough? Do I just leave it there and let it go? Or do I say something else? In this case, it was leave it there and let it go. And my guess is she will not heed that guidance. Absolutely her choice. Absolutely her choice. And do I think it will create problems for me down the road? Yeah. Oh well. Oh well. It's the nature of beasts. So, what did you glean from this? What was helpful from this? What do you want to chew on for the day? Put it in the feed. I'd love to see what resonated for you. For me, what resonated was that last piece. If everyone loves you, you're probably playing way too safe. I actually made a decision and put it out there in email. I don't know if anybody's responded yet, but to step away from an additional thing I was a part of. And I offered a brief reasoning, but I didn't really feel like it was wise or useful to offer the full thing as to why I was choosing to step down. I just didn't feel like they were going to process that on the level it needed to be processed on. But I felt very proud of myself because I've been known historically to be that person. I made a commitment here. I'm going to stick with it. My marriage, I stuck with that 5 years beyond where it should have been laid to rest. But I'm a commitment person. If I've made a commitment, I'm going to stick with it, regardless of how hairy it gets. So, same with this thing. I've had it in my mind for a while. This isn't working. This is not a good fit. Back to Tosha's, you know, astrological fit. This is not a good fit. Energetically, we don't gel. And I kept using that word. We don't gel. This team is not gelling. We're not coming together as a unit and strengthening ourselves. We're actually draining each other's energy, hemorrhaging our energy, trying to make this thing be useful. There we go. If you're real, at least a few people will be annoyed. Yes, it's okay that everyone doesn't like me. Yes, 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 yes. And again, when we realize it's just not a good fit, there doesn't have to be all the angst of why don't they like me? No, it's just not a good fit. Energetically, we're not a good fit. And wouldn't it be cool if with people like that, we could say, find your basic astrology chart, run theirs, run ours, look at it and go, well, no wonder. Of course this isn't going to fit. But there are those charts. There's a chapter in the book that I found hilarious when I first read it about this guy who was dating this woman, and something he did made her mad, and the lengths to which she went to demonstrate that she was mad, including cutting up his leather jacket. Down the road, he dumps her. He gets locked out of the house in his underwear. Blah blah blah. Somewhere down the road, he contacts Tosha and lets her know they're getting married. And she's like, his point was that Kali energy, that destructive energy that she had, made him feel alive. Rock on with your bad self. You go. That's not at all how I would want to do it. But hey, to each his own, her own, their own, whatever. So for today, I'd like you thinking about who are the people you really gel with, and who are the people where it's like the notes on the piano right beside each other, that clash. And then think about, is there anything I need to change in terms of how I approach this person, how I deal with this person? Let's say it's a coworker. This person's going to be in your life. Can you change your approach such that you can be going blissfully down your path and they can be going blissfully down theirs? Just ask the question. So have an awesome Monday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Have a good day. Bye-bye.